Hello there, this is Dave Allen for No Stylus, and today we're going to have a look at an application called Educreations. And it's had a little whiteboarding application, and it's quite simple in the way it works. So let's have a look and see what we can do with it. Well, first of all, you can choose your colours. So for instance, if I tap and hold down on this red one here, nothing happens to start with, but if I tap and hold down again, it should be, oh yeah, there you go. I've got a chance to select the colours. You don't get very many colours with this here, and you can reset colours. Okay, so let's choose an orange one. And now I can draw on the screen. So what I like about this application is that when I write on there, I get a nice fluid line. So I don't get any of these sort of jaggy things that I've seen in other applications. So what's not so good about this here is that you don't get any controls about the size of the line. So I can't have it a thicker or thinner line. And also you don't get the chance to have an adjustment to the opacity. So for instance, if I wanted to have a lower opacity and use it as a highlighter, I can't do that. And that would be kind of useful to have in an application like this. That is because one of the main reasons for using an application like this would be to use things like this photos thing here, where you're going to access the photos. And we're going to take something that we did before. So let's take this picture here. So I can change the size of this here using the two fingers and the pinch movement. I can move it around the screen if I want to. Let's move it over there out of the way of the writing that I've already put on there. It would be nice as well to be able to move the writing that's already on the screen, but I don't seem to be able to do that. You can grab pictures from your camera. You can grab pictures from your photos. I've already done that one from the photos already. You can bring them in from Dropbox, and you can also get them in from the web. So if there's a web page that you're going to, so let's go to mac20q.com. Okay, well that's quite interesting because it hasn't brought up the web page. It's just done a search for all of the pictures on the web page. So, for instance, let's choose this one here. It's downloading the image. That's quite novel, that is. I was a bit surprised at that, actually. So, again, we can do some sizing up. Put the iPad mini down there. So there you go. We've got two pictures on the screen. One we've brought in from the camera roll, and another one we brought in from the web. And I thought that worked quite well. Now, another thing that we might want to do is to put some type in there. So let's type some text in there. It's quite simple this here. You've got a small thing for changing the size of the text. That's okay. We've got a way of moving through the text with those little arrows there. We can choose the colour of the text. So perhaps we want to have it in green. That's okay. We can do that. And we can click on done. The text can be moved after it's been put onto the screen there. Okay, so I can clear ink. That just gets rid of all of the text that I've put on there, but it doesn't have any way of selecting a bit of drawing on there and just deleting that. So I think that's a bit of a markdown for it. There are other applications that you can use where you can select just one bit of writing or one bit of drawing that you've done, and you can get rid of it. Now, what would be nice as well with this is to have some things where you could have circles, squares, arrows and stuff like that, but you don't. All you have to do is to basically use your own handwriting, your own drawing. So you might do things where, for instance, you're going to do some drawing and you want to sort of highlight that there, do some writing. So that's okay. Let's clear the page again. That gets rid of all the pictures as well. Let's do a undo on that, so we can undo a whole clear of the page as well. So there you go. Let's click on record and see what happens there. So actually I'm now making a recording of the screen here, and anything I put onto the screen will be added in the recording. I suppose I can put pictures in there. Okay, I can put pictures in there, but the recording stops while the pictures are going in there. So let's go to photos again, and we'll go into the photo stream, and let's grab that one there. Let's bring that down in size a wee bit, stick it over there out the way. So we've got that over there. So let's click on the X button at the top there. Now recording doesn't start automatically after that there. You have to press that button there again to get it going again. And the recording is happening while I'm moving stuff on the screen here. Once the recording's going again, once the picture's back in there. So when you're doing the recordings, you're going to want to have some sort of idea of what you're going to put in. So probably the best thing to do will be to have some sort of folder where you have all your pictures in there ready to go. If you're doing it for a recording, for a lesson, for a classroom perhaps. So let's click on pause with that now, and we'll in fact go over and click on done. Let's click on Save Lesson, and we'll give it a name. Okay, so No Stylus. So it's just a test, so we'll click on Next, and choose who can view this lesson. I'll put this one as private, and in the subject area you've got a few choices there. So let's say it's creative arts. we'll click on save. As you see, I am logged into this here, so that anything that I've got here will be sent off to the server there, so that I can go to the website and grab it from there as well. And basically you get a faithful reproduction of what it was you recorded. And you do get the options of sharing this out. You can share through Facebook, Twitter, email, and also you can copy the lesson link or copy the embed code if you want to put it into a website. So it's not a bad little application, this really. It is quite simple though, and that's something that you'll have to remember when you're comparing with other applications like Doceri, which do a whole lot more. And share this app. Okay, so I can choose contacts that I want to share it with. Where you might choose that is if, for instance, you want to share it with, say you're doing a class and someone's coming to class and they don't have the application on their iPad. Now the other thing with this is that now that this one has been done, is that I can't go back to it and add more to it. Let's have a look at this here, the settings, see what else we've got here. Okay, so if you're a lefty, you can do it in left-hand mode. We can log out, we can log in, we can Twitter. There's an introduction into Educreations there, which you need if you need some help and support. So this is Dave Allen and a quick review of Educreations. I think it's a handy little application that could well be used in a classroom. I think you would have to realise its limitations and maybe compare it with other applications like Doceri and decide whether it fits in with the class that you're actually sort of doing. So it could be that this one with its simplicity will be just right for you, and then again maybe you want something a little bit more powerful. Thanks for watching the video, and why don't you check out the other videos. Here's two of them. There's one video there and one video there that you can click on and go and have a look at now. And don't forget that you can also subscribe. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye now.